Hello, everyone, and welcome back. If you've been following this series from the beginning, you know we're not here for the surface level talk. We dive deep into the real, raw, sometimes uncomfortable truths behind why Filipino foreign relationships either flourish or quietly fall apart. In past episodes, we've unpacked some big themes. For instance, how control can disguise itself as love, how power struggles are often hidden beneath silence. And also we tackled about how shame and pride clash in ways that break intimacy. We also discussed about how some foreign men simply can't handle the real emotional strength of a Filipina. And so today we tackle a common but deeply misunderstood label, the jealous Filipina. Interesting topic, right? Some foreigners laugh about it, some complain about it, but few ever take the time to understand it. So today, I want to ask, what if jealousy isn't the problem? What if it's actually a language, a signal, a wounded cry that's been misread, judged, and shut down? Let's talk about that. From Western eyes, jealousy is seen as a weakness. It's childish, toxic, a sign that someone isn't secure enough. But for many Filipinas, it's not about insecurity, it's about emotional survival. When a Filipina shows signs of jealousy, she's not trying to trap you, control you, or test you. She's trying to protect something she deeply values, your relationship. And here's the difference. In Western cultures, love is often shown through independence. In Filipino culture, love is shown through involvement. See the difference? We grew up in families where we're always aware of each other, checking in, noticing moods, asking questions. That's not clingy, that's caring. So when a Filipina asks, who was the woman commenting on your photo? Or why didn't you reply for hours? She's not accusing you. She's reaching out, wanting to feel safe, included, chosen. So here's the next part, Tampo. And the spoken language. Hmm. Let's talk about Tampo, a uniquely Filipino expression. Whereas foreign men often misunderstand this. They think it's passive aggressive or childish. But tampo isn't manipulation, it's communication without confrontation. A Filipina might go silent not because she wants to punish you, but because she's afraid that voicing her hurt will only be dismissed. So tampo becomes her way of saying, I noticed what you did. I didn't like how it made me feel, but I need you to care enough to ask, to reach out, to make it right. So in truth, Tampo is often about longing, not anger. Longing to feel safe again. Longing to reconnect. But sadly, many foreign partners don't see this. Yes. They label her jealous, emotional, too much. And just like that, the door to connection slams shut. So let's dive deeper when jealousy is a mirror of her sacrifices. So let me ask you this. Would you be a little emotional too if you left your family, your job, your country to start a life with someone who promised love but now keeps secrets? Hmm. Would you feel anxious if your partner was hiding his phone, talking to exes, or flirting online? Let's stop pretending Filipinos are jealous for no reason. Oh my goodness. That's often the reasons I always hear. Oh yeah, she's jealous. She's always overthinking and, lots of thoughts, crazy thoughts in her head because this, I'm doing that. Oh my goodness. So yeah, let's continue. Many of them feel this way because they've seen red flags. Okay? But every time they speak up, they get shut down. Yes, that's what I've said. And and you know what? When that happens, they start to doubt themselves. But let's be clear. Her jealousy is often rooted in loyalty, not control, in emotional memory, not manipulation, in pain, not power. She remembers everything she gave up just to be with you. So when your behavior changes, even slightly, she feels the shift deeply. And that jealousy, it's not rage, it's grief, it's fear. It's her way of asking, am I still safe here? Moreover to this discussion, one of the biggest cracks in Filipino foreigner relationships is the emotional blind spot. Foreign men only oftenly rely on logic and proof. If I didn't cheat, you shouldn't be mad. If I came home, why are you complaining? If I told you I love you, that should be enough. Oh my god, so common lines from the past that I've experienced. And to tell you honestly, that's what I've experienced. Really, really. But you know, Filipinos read energy, behavior, tone. They remember your patterns, your silence, the way you used to show love but no longer do. And that's not paranoia. That's not being paranoid. That's emotional intelligence. All right? And many of you don't have this emotional intelligence. That's very hard. So when a Filipina expresses jealousy, it's not that she doesn't trust you. It's that she doesn't feel seen by you. And when she doesn't feel seen, she stops opening up. Hmm. Then she becomes cold and the cycle continues until one day she's just there but not really there anymore. And you wonder why the love feels distant. So, what real reassurance looks like? So, let's be practical. If you're a foreign man in a relationship with a Filipina and you genuinely want to build something lasting, here's what you can do. Don't minimize her emotions. Say, I hear you. Let's talk about it. In man, you should be proactive, not defensive. Send her a message before she even asks where you are. Let her know she matters. Don't weaponize her jealousy. Don't say, you are crazy. That's your problem. Validate her heart. Remind her that she's still the one you want without her begging for it. Give her security, not just gifts. A text saying, I love you, means more than a phone you bought 2 months ago. Believe me or not, that will work. So, reassurance is not weakness, it's strength. It doesn't mean you are controlled, it means you are emotionally mature enough to protect the relationship. Comment down below if you guys doing it with your Filipino wives or Filipino girlfriend. I salute you. And so the next time someone says she's just a jealous Filipina, I invite you to look deeper because what may look like jealousy is often a silent call for connection, not to control you, but to feel secure with you, not to start a fight, but to feel valued, not to be clingy, but to feel chosen, even after everything she's given up. And now let's take this even deeper. In many Filipino foreign relationships, the moment a Filipina expresses jealousy, it gets mislabeled as insecurity. But it is really insecurity? Or it is a cultural craving for reassurance, a craving that comes from a country where families are close, emotions are worn on the sleeve, and love isn't hidden, it's shown. You see, many Filipinos grew up in households where love meant being present, being attentive, and sometimes, yes, being emotionally expressive. So when she asks where you've been or why you didn't reply, it's not always suspicion. It could be her way of saying, I miss you. I want to feel safe with you. But here's the tragedy. When her emotional needs get dismissed as overacting or crazy, she shuts down. She questions her worth. She begins to fight against her own nature. And that's when the relationship loses its fire. Not because of jealousy, but because there was no space to understand it. And I want to ask you this: how many relationships have quietly died, not from fights or cheating, but from emotional disconnection? Because the truth is, every Filipina has a silent language of love. It's not always verbal. Sometimes it's in her silence, sometimes in her questions, and often in her so called jealousy. It's a plea, not for control, but for closeness. But when a foreign partner doesn't understand this, when he applies Western expectations to an Eastern heart, miscommunication takes root. What he sees as drama is really a call for intimacy. What she feels as coldness is often just a difference in emotional expressions. And that's where things begin to break. So ask yourself, not is she jealous, but what is she needing to feel safe in this relationship? Is she begging for proof of love? Is she afraid of being replaced? Or is she simply longing to be seen and valued and chosen, not just once, but every day? And so the next time you hear someone say, Filipinas are too jealous, pause and ask, what are we really talking about? Because behind every so called jealous Filipina is a woman trying to protect a love she valued deeply. A woman who's been raised to care, to feel, to hold on to connection like it's life itself. And if that makes her emotional, it's not because she's weak, it's because she's real. This conversation today is not just about jealousy, it's about how love is expressed differently across cultures. It's about how Filipinas love firstly, but often go unheard. It's about how misunderstanding those emotions can destroy something that could be beautiful. So if you're a foreign man in a relationship with a Filipina, this isn't a warning. This is an invitation to listen more, to judge less, and to realize that what you call drama might actually be devotion. Because when you understand her culture, her heart, and the language she grew up with, you stop seeing jealousy as a problem and start seeing it as a door to deeper connection. This isn't about taking sides. This isn't bias. This is truth. From a piece of lived experience, Filipino culture, in real relationships. And sometimes the only way to heal misunderstanding is to start really listening. If this opened your eyes or touched something deep, make sure to like, comment your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe because we're not done telling the truths behind Filipina foreigner relationships. This is just beginning. Thank you so much for watching. Till the next episode.